Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Again, my name is Anna Celine and I'm your professor turned medical student. So now I'm going to discuss to you my final semester. I believe, yes, my final semester and year in my stay in University of Santo Tomas in Master of Arts in Psychology Industrial Cluster. So if you want to know more, just keep on watching. So, welcome back again. So, I do apologize. Alam niyo naman na na medyo talaga magulo ang aking background and meron talaga mga tusukan. But now, don't worry about it. Now, actually, ito na, ikukwento ko na sa inyo yung nangyari sa last school year ko, last day ko and last semester ko sa UST. Yun. So, and also, this is a very important, one of the most important, important videos that I'll make kasi dito nga din malalaman yung mga tips and tricks kung paano ko nakuha yung Benemeritus grade for my thesis defense and also paano ko nakuha yung Magna Cum Laude award. Ayan. So, for my degree. So, okay. So, actually, before I go to the subjects and my experiences to each subject, my apologies. Medyo hirap ang magsalita kasi yung ngipin ko. Yung ngipin ko na napaulit-ulit kong rason kung ba't ako paulit-ulit na pumupunta sa dentist. Ito kasi siya. So, medyo naiilang pa ako sa kanya. Anyway. So, ayun nga. So, disclaimer. So, disclaimer lang yan. Kaya, medyo bulol ako ngayon. Anyway. So, here is the fact that you should know about graduate school, especially in UST. Majority of your grade will be actually from your paper or your research. Kasi yung graduate school and graduate studies is focusing mainly on, or it focuses most of it is kung makakapag-produce ng research paper ang isang estudyante. So no matter kahit dire-diretso uno ka from the very first subject mo, first term mo, sa pag-stay mo sa UST. Kahit uno ka niyan, kahit dire-diretso, puro uno yan, 1.25 uno, and many more. Kung super baba mo sa research, bali wala lang din yun. If you're going to ask students from UST, marami nakakakuha ng uno sa mga subjects. Pero ang tanong kasi is kung ano yung magiging grade nila sa thesis. No matter, kahit wala kang makita sa transcript mo, kahit wala kang makita, I'm now holding on my transcript dito sa kahit puro uno yan, at wala kang nakitang 1.25 or 1.5 or 1.75 or 2 sa transcript mo, yung mag-weight pa rin is yung thesis mo. So kahit sabi mo uno yan lahat, kung ang thesis mo ay mababa ang score, automatically, you will not run for honors. Okay? So that's why the thesis writing is very important. So in this video, I'll be talking more about the thesis writing that I made and also my experiences about it. And maybe, of course, baka may makakuha kayong tips and tricks about it and then hopefully makagraduate din tayo or kayo ng natin honor like what I've experienced. So the first one, okay, so this is again my last year and my last term. So this is 2019 to 2020 na. So, like what I've said sa previous videos ko, na I've actually, whenever I'm writing a thesis, I'm enrolling myself to another subject just to keep on the momentum. That's what also I did in this term. So, I've actually enrolled in Advanced Psychological Assessment. So, again, I'm an industrial cluster, but I took up Advanced Psychological Assessment. So, this is under a clinical cluster subject, but I just took it kasi diba nga, like I've mentioned, natapos ko na lahat ng academics units ko for industrial. So, I don't wanna repeat that anymore. So, I took up clinical subjects from clinical psychology. So, that's one of it. So, yung actually, dito sa ang maganda kung bakit I think some of you are already curious paano ako nag-shift or whatever. Pero ito kasi maganda sa industrial. So, di ba na industrial ako? Sa industrial ko, meron din ako tinake na subject na parang psychological assessment din. Which serves as a review sa akin noon. If I'm not mistaken, let me just check. Ano yun eh?
Where did I took it? Basta ano siya? Ayun.
I took up test development in industrial setting, which was my first year, first term. So dito, para siyang psychological assessment, pero it's more on the practical aspect na how to develop a test, especially for industrial setting. So dito kasi sa advanced psychological assessment, in here, you're going to make a test, then naman talaga, you're going to make a test, and also, do the validity, reliability, standardization in this one. So parang review na lang din siya sa akin. So hindi siya ganun kabigat. However, it was medyo challenging sa akin kasi I was thinking na baka ito pang subject na ito, yung ikalagapak ng grades ko kasi sobrang, dahil nga, nasa clinical siya, pero yung naging professor ko dito, okay naman siya. However, medyo ano kasi siya, parang iba kasi siya sa way ng pagtuturo ng na kung saan sanay ako. So, parang medyo, in simple terms, medyo difficult. For me, nahihirapan ako sa subject na to. So, parang one times na to, parang medyo nagkaroon ako ng doubt na parang, wait, ba't ko ba kanuha pa to? Parang ganun. Pero, kasi di ba kasabay siya ng thesis, kasabay siya ng thesis ko, which is yung research colloquium ko, at saka oral defense ko, kasabay siya. So, parang medyo stressful kasi you have to prepare for your thesis, tapos ganun pa yung subject. So, I tried my best to actually take it. And thank God naman na yung grade ko naman dito is sabit. I mean, hindi naman siya totaling sabit, pero hindi din siya ganun kataas. So, it's an average score. So, I was thankful na kahit pa paano na ganun yung nangyari is na itawid ko pa rin siya. Pero like what I've said, yung subject na to, para siyang advanced psychological assessment, pero iba lang siya ng nag-focus on, which is sa board exam subject kasi siya. It's more on the board exam. Unlike dun sa tinake ko na first year, first term, which is test development in industrial setting. Kasi in that one kasi, it focuses more on making a test in the industrial setting. So, ito, parang naging review siya, pero naging medyo difficult nga. Actually, in reality kasi talaga, sometimes it's all about how the professor teaches, di ba? O, nasa estudyante yan. Nasa estudyante. Pero, sometimes how you adjust and how you understand the lesson is up to the professor. Pero, in my experience, magaling yung professor is just that na ako lang time lang na yun kasi parang siguro nga medyo hassle and stressful for me during that time. But it was okay naman. I was able to pass it. Hindi nga lang siya ganun kataas. So, what was my experience naman? Again, that was with this first subject that I took during this last term. I've also taken units na, ito na, to have my research colloquium. So, for those who are asking, ano nga ba yung research colloquium ng UST? When we say research colloquium, ito yon yung ipepresent mo, yung thesis mo, chapters 1 to 3 to be specific, which is introduction, research literature, and then methods mo sa harap ng tao, and then you're going to defend it. So typically, you will be given booklet. So sana makita mo yung booklet ko, pero nandun yung booklet ko. Yung booklet, nandun lahat ng abstract, ng lahat ng lahat ng mga students na soon to defend their thesis. So sa akin, syempre nandun na yung yung abstract ko. So the day of the defense na. I mean the day of the oral colloquium na. So ano nga ba yun? So yun yung colloquium. So you're going to present your paper in front of the student body of UST graduate school, and then in front of the professors as well. And anyone in the room can actually ask you questions. Questions about your research, anything under the sun about your research. So, nakakaba siya. So, in my experience ng time na yun, may mga nagtanong na students, pero mostly ang nagtanong is yung professors. So, I was able to explain it naman, and then I was able to get information naman from them. So, ito yung tip ko when doing the research colloquium. In doing the research colloquium, write your PowerPoint slides accordingly. Hindi siya ayan, nakikita yung sister ko. Ayan, anyway, sige, usog natin. Yan, okay. So, write your thesis, write your research colloquium accordingly. Do not be wordy. I mean, here PowerPoint, do not be wordy. And then, stick to your paper. Huwag ka na kayo maglagay ng iba't ibang statistics that will confuse your readers or yung mga manonood ng research colloquium mo. Just focus on your paper. Huwag ka na maglagay ng kung ano-ano. If you want, I can actually make another video for that. If you're interested, I can make another video on how I've written my research colloquium and my tips and tricks for that. So, yung research colloquium, yun, isa yun. So, after nun, I've gathered data for my paper na para matapos na. I've written all my paper na, nilapag ko na siya and all. And then, yung thesis writing 3, which is the very last one and the very important one na magsasagip ng buhay mo sa graduate school. And this is the make or break na talaga kasi if you're going to graduate or not. So, and also, if you're going to finish it or not. So, ito na yung thesis writing 3, which is the oral defense. Yung oral defense ko, my experience was, ito tip ko lang to, during the research colloquium, di ba, I've used my PowerPoint presentation. And then, meron kasi silang comments about my PowerPoint presentation and how I presented my research. I do suggest ng research colloquium pa lang, isulat nyo na yun, yung mga comments nila. Isulat nyo, get the paper, write it down, write whatever they say, kasi panigurado, yung iba dyan matatanong sa defense. And pagdating ng defense, you have to be prepared na dapat yung papel mo is walang butas anywhere. Kahit talong-kalongkat nila yan, pagbalik-balik ta rin nila yan, you know how to answer the questions. So, yung time na yun, during the research colloquium, what I did was actually write it down, lahat ng sinasabi nila, record if you must, ask someone to record for you or whatever, just write everything what they say. Kasi pag nagurado, iilan doon lalabas. Or if sinuwerte ka, baka lahat lumabas. Well, nang time ko naman, ng oral defense ko, syempre, I went to UST, I already have my appointment and my schedule. I've prepared the same PowerPoint that I've used. Binawasa ko lang siya, inayos ko lang siya, and then dinagdag ko yung results and recommendations and many more, and then boom, nag-present na ako. It was okay. Medyo scary. Actually, kinakabahan ako nun. Parang feel ko, I was just reading my PowerPoint, pero as much as possible, I have to I have to not do that, na talagang yung PowerPoint na binabasa ko. So, kasi pangat din yun, diba? So, what I did nun is, yung PowerPoint lang ginamit ko, same PowerPoint, and then, in-include ko lahat ng comments nila sa research colloquium. And then I actually question each part of my paper to see if alam ko na talaga yung ginagawa ko. So, thankfully, yung most na tinanong ng research colloquium, yun din yung lumabas. And also, I was able to answer all the loopholes in my paper. And I was able to tell them the scope and limitation of my paper. So, in simple terms, sasagip ko talaga siya. I was able to nail it. And I'm so glad kasi my grade was Benemeritus. So, kasi meron tayong Meritus, Benemeritus, and then Meritisimus. Yung Meritisimus is the one given to Summa Cum Laude. So, na time na yon, I was able to get a Benemeritus grade plus the grades with my academic performance. Okay? So, yun. Okay naman siya. Hindi naman mababa yung mga grades ko nun. Thank God. Average to high. Medyo yun. So, ayun. Sum it all up, I was able to garner the Magna Cum Laude average. And yun. That's why I was able to graduate with Magna Cum Laude. So, yun yung actually hati-hati yung videos ko dito. Pero, that was all my experience in UST. I tried my best to remember as much as possible the experiences that I had in UST. Pero basically, yun eh. And at the end of the day, sometimes, hindi yung end goal yung masaya dun eh. Hindi yung getting the award, getting that diploma, or getting upstage or whatever, and putting that, what do you call this? yung sa graduation and putting the cap on. It's not all of that. Hindi yun ang maganda about the journey mo sa graduate school eh. Ang maganda is, ang pinakamasaya is actually yung journey mo mismo. Yung paghihirap mo, yung late nights readings mo, yung pagtakbo mo galing sa office, tatakbo ka hanggang sa dulo, hanggang sa dapitan, just to get on time in class. Yung paghahabol mo sa mga professors para magpapirma lang. And also, yung pag-check mo sa time kasi baka hindi ka umabot sa office hours ng school and all. Yun for me was the best experience and the best lessons that I got from UST. It's not about the glamour. It's not about the things na I was able to achieve it. It's not about na dahil UST siya. Hindi eh. It's more on the experience and also excuse me, also the experience that you have. And also your classmates na pare-parehas kayo nagsistruggle. Lahat kayo working while studying. Majority of industry, ganun kasi. So, alam mo yun yung masaya eh. Yun yung masaya with all your journey. I mean, getting the award, getting the diploma and all. Oo, masaya yun. And also rewarding yun. Pero, the best teacher that I got, nandiyan yung mga professors, pero it was the experience, the hardship, na alam mo, pinaghirapan mo yun. And talagang deserving mong makuha yun. So, ayun yung ko sa UST actually. And basically, this is actually my last video about my journey about UST. But don't worry, I will make other videos like how to make your research presentation for research colloquium, how to prepare for your oral defense, and many more. So I would also like to do those. And if you do have questions on my journey in UST, don't worry, just comment down below and I'll try to answer it. And ayun lang. So thank you all for watching. I'm so happy to tell you all about my experience in UST. And thank you for witnessing it. Wow, witnessing it kahit ganito lang. Diba? And hearing me out for it. So ayun lang. So thank you very much. And I'll be seeing you again in my next videos. So thank you, and please do not forget to like and subscribe. Bye!